Hello, and welcome to this episode of The Suit. And as always, I'm your host, The Suit. Thanks for joining me for this episode, and it's going to be exciting because Saturday's game should be a fabulous game. This is the game I've been waiting for all season long. Well, all off season, I've just been waiting for this game. This is the big one. BYU versus the UCLA Bruins. Now, it's really exciting because we have two of the best freshman quarterbacks in the country, both true freshmen going at each other, and it should be great. Now, most of the experts, of course, are picking UCLA, which are like about a 15 or 16 point favorite. Personally, I think that's a little high, but I've been looking at a lot of the press coverage. They're talking about how UCLA has a better defense and all of this stuff. It's really hard to tell, though. They say, well, you know, UCLA is only allowed like 9 points a game. Yeah, they've allowed 9 points a game, and that's really good. And BYU's allowed a lot more. But our one road game was to Nebraska. Their one road game was to UNLV. Our one home game was to Boise State. Their one home game was UVA. So we've definitely had the tougher schedule. But I think it's a really important game on both teams' dockets. Now, don't get me wrong. I think UCLA is a great team. I really do. But they haven't really had a challenge this season, and this will be UCLA's biggest challenge of the year so far, by far. So, who's going to win? I tell you what I think this game's going to come down to. Tanner Mangum, I think, has more poise than Rosen. Rosen's a very good quarterback, and he doesn't disintegrate when trouble starts. But I don't think I've ever seen a freshman quarterback with as much poise as Mangum. So I think both defenses are going to hit very hard, and both defenses are going to do very well. Nakua, in BYU's last game against Boise State, their star safety, had 3 picks, including game-winning pick 6. Fantastic game. Expect BYU's defense to be all over UCLA. So I do see BYU winning this because I think they're going to get into Rosen's head a little bit. Even though they have a good running game, we're good at stopping the running game. I think people are going to be surprised because I think we're going to really be able to stop the Bruins running game, and I think we're going to get into Rosen's head. I think no one really can get into Mangum's head, and I think that once again BYU wins it. And here's the stat I think you really need to watch. 30-0. In the first 2 games, we outscored our opponents, good opponents, at Nebraska, home against Boise State, 30-0 in the fourth quarter. We outscored them 30-0 in the fourth quarter. So watch what happens there in the fourth quarter. So, but I want to take a second to talk to all of you UCLA fans out there, and players and coaches if you happen to be watching us. First of all, listen guys, you have a really good team, and you're going to do well. And I want you to know that you're good enough, and you're smart enough, and you're strong enough, and by darn, people like you. And you're going to do awesome. And you're going to end up winning your division. Your toughest game will be that last game of the season against USC. But I think by that point, you'll be able to just barely out-edge them. And I think you're going to win your division. And you're going to win the Pac-12. I think this is the year to do it for you. This is your best team you've had in a long time. So UCLA, I'm saying go Bruins in all games but the BYU game. And I think this is the year for you to do it. Because you are good enough, and you are smart enough, and you're fast enough, and you're strong enough, and by golly, people like you. Not as much as they like the Cougars, but they like you too. So go UCLA and go Cougars. Don't forget to like and subscribe. And this is The Suit, signing off.